In this session, we will discuss the concrete mix design method as per Indian Standard Mix Proportioning Guidelines IS 10262-2019. Design mixed concrete is adopted to achieve specified qualities in concrete, that is workability of fresh concrete and durability and strength requirements of hardened concrete at specified age. Make sure you open IS 456-2000 and IS 10262-2019 and read it whenever the clause of respective code is pointed in the video. Any given grade of concrete is designed for target mean compressive strength. The target mean compressive strength is given as per IS 10262. You can go to page number 4, clause number 4.2. There you are going to find two formula. Target strength is equal to characteristic strength plus 1.65 times standard deviation, and also you will find target strength is equal to characteristic strength plus a factor which is based on grade of concrete. Out of these two values for target strength, whichever is maximum, that is the target strength for which you are going to design the given grade of concrete. Now let us design M20 grade concrete as an example. What is the characteristic strength? The characteristic strength is 20 Newton per millimeter square. Now question comes, what should be your standard deviation and what should be the value of X? You have to remember, you can compute the standard deviation if you have more than or equal to 30 number of test results. Suppose if those results are missing, you can go to table number 2, page number 3 of IS 10262-2019 to get the value. For X, you can go to table number 1, page number 3. There you are going to get the value of X. So let us see what should be the value of S and X based on code. So first is standard deviation. So you select what grade of concrete you are designing. We are designing M20 grade concrete. So the value of standard deviation has to be 4. What should be the value of X? Check the grade of concrete. So it is M20 grade concrete. The value of X is 5.5. So standard deviation is 4 and X is how much? It is 5.5. You get FCK plus 1.65 S as 26.6 Newton per millimeter square and FCK plus X as 25.5. So among these two, 26.6 is maximum. So the target strength for which you are going to design your M20 grade concrete is 26.6 Newton per millimeter square. In the previous video of proportioning and general steps for mix design, we had explored the possible steps for proceeding with concrete mix design. Step 1 was about required material information. The information which needs to be collected with regard to material will be what should be the maximum nominal size of coarse aggregate, what is the grading of fine and coarse aggregate. Also we need to know under which zone the fine aggregate is going to lie. Apart from this data, we would also like to collect the information about aggregate on unit weight, specific gravities and absorption capacity. Moreover, we need to know what type of cement is being used as well as its specific gravity for proceeding with the mix design. As of now, for the example of M20 grade concrete, we are taking crushed coarse aggregate which is angular in shape. The maximum size of aggregate considered is 20 mm, which is having a specific gravity of 2.67. It has moisture content of 1% with absorption capacity of 0.5%. When we talk about fine aggregate, it comes under grading zone 1 with specific gravity of 2.62. Moisture content is 4% with absorption capacity as 1%. Portland slag cement is being used, which is having a specific gravity of 3.15. these material information you need to collect in order to start with the mix design. Step 2 is about choice of workability. Based upon the job requirement, you select the desired workability in concrete. Now, in order to get an idea of what kind of workability you need in concrete, you go to page number 17, clause number 7.1 of IS 456-2000. Let me show the screenshot of that particular page. Here you can see different job requirement or placing condition. You can see a column of degree of workability from very low to very high, and a term called slump. Now this slump is nothing but it measures workability of concrete. So let us say the example which we have taken for designing M20 grade concrete. We say that we want to place that concrete for my beams, walls, columns, slab. Now degree of workability needed is what? Low. So how much slump you need? The slump has to be in between 25 to 75 mm. So how exactly you get the slump? Concrete slump is obtained by conducting concrete slump test with the help of slump cone, which is in the form of a frustum of cone having height 30 cm, bottom diameter 20 cm, and top diameter 10 cm. The tamping rod is of 16 mm diameter and 60 cm long with one end rounded. Performing of test involves pouring of concrete inside the slump cone in 4 layers, with each layer being tamped by 25 strokes of the rounded end of the tamping rod in a uniform manner over the cross section of the mold. Once the mold is full, remove the excess concrete and level the surface with a trowel. Now mold is raised from the concrete immediately and slowly in a vertical direction. Measure the difference between the height of the mold and the slumped concrete. So this difference will give you the slump. For our example, we will select the workability as 60 to 70 mm slump. So whatever M20 grade concrete we are designing, we are going to adopt workability of 60 to 70 mm slump. Step 3. Estimation of mixing water and air content. First, let us see how you can determine the amount of air inside concrete. Now this can be estimated in an approximate way. For that you have to go to table 3, page number 3 of IS 10262-2019. There you will get approximate amount of entrapped air that can be expected in normal concrete. I will show you table number 3. Here you see approximate air content based upon maximum size of aggregate. Entrapped air as percentage of volume of concrete has been specified. Now let us move to how you can estimate the water content. To get an idea how much amount of water has to be used to make concrete, you have to go to page 5, table number 4 of IS 10262-2019. But there is some important note which you should keep in mind. The important note is the water content is applicable to angular shape coarse aggregate. If the shape of aggregate is rounded or subangular, then the water content given in table 4 has to be modified. One more important thing is the water content is applicable to slump till 50 mm. If you want to design the concrete with more slump, then you have to modify the water content defined in table 4. Also, it has to be noted that the water content which is defined, it corresponds to saturated surface dry condition of the aggregate. before getting into table 4, let us see some more important points how you are going to modify the water content in form of a table. As I said that the water content need to be modified based upon shape of aggregate and workability. Let us see how you are going to modify it. Suppose if you have subangular aggregate, then whatever water content you find in table number 4, you have to subtract 10 kg from that. Similarly, in case of gravel, you need to subtract 15 kg. If the aggregate is rounded gravel, subtract 20 kg. Now let us come to workability. If you have more slump requirement than 50 mm, then for each additional 25 mm slump, you have to add extra 3% of total water. But suppose if slump requirement is less than 50 mm, for each decrease in 25 mm slump, you have to subtract 3% of water. In case if you add some certain chemical admixture in order to improve the workability by using water reducer or super plasticizer, in case of water reducer, the water content can be reduced from 5 to 10%, whereas if you use super plasticizer, then you can reduce the water content up to 20%. So let us see table number 4. And now in table number 4, as it can be seen, it is, again I'll repeat, this water content is valid for angular shape aggregate with 50 mm slump. Now here you see, based upon the size of the aggregate, you can get the water content. For the M20 grade concrete mixed design, the maximum size of aggregate is 20 mm. The aggregate shape is angular. We are not using any admixture, so here you see there is no modification on water content based on shape of aggregate and based on admixture also. But for workability, since slump requirement is more than 50, there will be modification. So how you are going to do the modification? Please see, we had defined the workability for M20 grade concrete as 60 to 70 mm slump. So here you see 70 mm slump is more than 50 mm. So I want to know what is the increase in this slump. So the increase in slump is how much? 70 minus 50, that is 20 mm. So here you see, for each additional 25 mm slump, you have to add extra 3% of water. So we have increase of 20 mm. So let me write down, for 25 mm increase in slump, you have to add 3% extra water. So therefore, for 20 mm, it will be how much? 3 by 25 into 20. So how much you are going to get the answer? It will be 2.4%. So how much will be water content? We have maximum size of aggregate as 20, water content is 186. Now this water content has to be increased by 2.4%. So I can write water content as 186 plus 2.4 divided by 100 into 186. So the total water which you need to use is 190.46. So as per calculation, it is coming 190.46 kg. Let us say you use 190 kg. So here you see, you have determined the amount of water that you can use for M20 grade. Step 4. Water cement ratio. The selection of water cement ratio depends upon two factors: target strength and durability requirement. So based on target strength, you are going to compute the water cement ratio, and then again you are going to consider the durability requirement. Based on that, you will compute the water cement ratio. Whichever is minimum, that water cement ratio has to be adopted. Let us see first what is the water cement ratio requirement based on target strength criteria. For this, you need to go to figure number 1, page 4 of IS 10262-2019. I have the screen capture of that figure 1. Here is that. What was the target strength? The target strength for M20 grade concrete which we are designing, it is 26.6 Newton per mm square. The type of cement which you are using is Portland slag cement. So you please refer to the description for curve 1, curve 2 and curve 3. Now curve 1 you have to use when the compressive strength of cement is 33 Newton per mm square. For curve 2 when you should use when compressive strength of cement is 43. Curve 3 it is 53. Now suppose the cement which you are using, you don't know what is the compressive strength of that cement. Here in note it has been mentioned, in the absence of the actual 28 days compressive strength data, curve 2 may be utilized. So we are going to utilize curve 2 to compute the water cement ratio. So here you see 26.6, so roughly 26.6 is located here. I am going to draw a straight line. Now this straight line intersects curve 2 at this particular location. Now drop a vertical. Now when I drop a vertical, here you can see approximately the water cement ratio requirement will be how much? It will be 0.56. Okay, so let me write down. The target strength was 26.6 Newton per mm square. For M20 grade concrete, approximately the water cement ratio requirement is 0.56. Now let us come to the durability requirement. For durability requirement, you have to refer to table 5, page 20 of IS 456-2000. Alright. So let us see table 5 in IS 456-2000. So this is table 5. Here you can see you have plain concrete, you have reinforced concrete. I am using reinforced concrete. Okay. Here you see the exposure condition. The exposure condition, like what is the environment condition to which the concrete is going to be subjected. So that is the exposure condition which has been mentioned. Like you can have mild, moderate, severe, very severe or extreme. Now in order to know the description for mild, moderate, severe, very severe, extreme, you need to go to table number 3. Let me show you. So this is table number 3 in IS 456-2000. Now the environment to which the concrete will be subjected is mild, moderate, severe, very severe, extreme, and the description has been mentioned here. So you please read this and identify the exposure condition for the concrete for which you are going to do the mixed design. So you remember we have M20 grade concrete. Now under mild environment condition, minimum grade of concrete which you should use is what? M20. For moderate minimum grade of concrete, what you have to use? M25. So it is obvious that when I am going with M20 grade concrete, you have a mild exposure condition. Now in case of mild exposure condition, you please note down this maximum free water cement ratio. This is 0.55. Also note down what is the minimum cement content, because this data will also be useful when we compute cement content. We have to compare the cement content with what is minimum requirement as per durability. So let us come back. The durability requirement maximum water cement ratio, it is 0.55. So what is the water cement ratio which you can adopt? You can adopt water cement ratio of maximum. You can adopt maximum water cement ratio as 0.55. So let us adopt this itself as my water cement ratio. Though you can adopt less also, there is no problem in that. Step 5, calculation of cement content. Now we see here you have water to cement ratio. Water to cement ratio is what? Water content by cement content. So cement content will be what? Water content divided by water cement ratio. So this is the formula. Cement content is water content by water cement ratio. So we already know what is the water content for the grade of concrete which we are designing. we said that this water content was how much? We adopted 190 kg. What about water cement ratio? Water cement ratio was based on two criteria, based on target strength criteria and durability criteria. Whichever is minimum, that you have to adopt. So we had seen the durability criteria was dominating compared to the target strength criteria. So we know the water cement ratio, this is how much it is, 0.55, which you have adopted. Alright, so if I do 190 divided by 0.55, how much you get? You will be getting 345.45 kg. So I'll say nearly equal to 346 kg. We have to see that whatever cement content you are adopting, it has to be more than minimum cement based on durability requirement. When we had seen table number 5, can you see minimum cement requirement? It is 300 kg per meter cube. As per my calculation, I need 346 kg per meter cube. So this is greater than 300 kg. So this is satisfactory. Also I have to see that this 346 kg of cement should not exceed the maximum cement requirement. So you please visit clause 8.2.4.2, page 19. There you'll see the provision of maximum cement content. Okay, so you please check whether this 346 kg is exceeding maximum cement content or not. So this is an exercise for you. I know this 346 is less than maximum cement content, but you please check what is the maximum cement requirement as per this particular clause and IS 456 2000. Step 6, estimation of coarse or fine aggregate content. We can estimate the volume fraction of coarse aggregate for the given nominal maximum size with given zone of fine aggregate using table number 5, which is given in page number 6 of IS 10262 2019. Let us see this particular table. So this is the table. As I said, if the maximum nominal size of aggregate is given with the zone of fine aggregate, you can easily compute the volume fraction of coarse aggregate. For the mixed design which we are doing, the maximum size of aggregate is how much? It is 20 mm. And to what zone the fine aggregate conforms? It conforms to zone 1. So here you see the volume fraction of coarse aggregate has to be 0.6, but 0.6 is valid for water cement ratio of 0.5. If my water cement ratio is other than 0.5, I have to modify this volume fraction of coarse aggregate. So let us see how we are going to do the modification of this particular value 0.6. As of now, let me write down volume fraction of coarse aggregate as 0.6. Now what is the adopted water cement ratio for M20 grade concrete mixed design? So we have adopted 0.55. Okay, so please mark this 0.6 volume fraction of coarse aggregate is applicable for water cement ratio of 0.5. I'll write applicable for water cement ratio of 0.5. So as you can see, the adopted water cement ratio is 0.55. So I need to modify this volume fraction. So how it can be done? It can be done by referring to clause number 5.5.1. So you please read that clause. I have given a summary over here. So what is the summary? For water cement ratio. So if there is a increase or decrease, here you see minus means decrease, plus means increase, change in water cement ratio, then you have to increase and decrease the volume fraction. Let us understand this. Suppose if the water cement ratio is reducing by 0.05 at 0.01 for every decrease in 0.05 change in water cement ratio to the volume fraction which you have got from table number 5. Now let us see, if you are having increase in water cement ratio, that is if your water cement ratio is increasing by 0.05, then what you have to do, you have to decrease the volume fraction of coarse aggregate by minus 0.0. Let us come to our example. As we can see, we have the water cement ratio as 0.55, but the volume fraction is applicable for water cement ratio of 0.5. We can see there is an increase in water cement ratio. If there is an increase in water cement ratio, means plus, what we have to do, we have to subtract the volume fraction with this particular value, that is with 0.01. So what we can see, we have increased water cement ratio. By how much it is increased? So I'll write here, increase water cement ratio. This is how much? 0.55 minus 0.5 equal to 0.0. So here it is what? Increase, that is for every increase of plus 0.05 in water cement ratio, what you have to do? You have to decrease by minus 0.01. So this volume fraction has to be reduced by minus 0.01. So 0.6 minus 0.01, which is 0.59. So we have got the volume of coarse aggregate. What will be the volume of fine aggregate? The total volume of fine aggregate, how you are going to compute? The total volume of fine aggregate will be 1 minus 0.59. Okay. Total volume of fine aggregate will be how much? 1 minus 0.59, and this is equal to 0.41. This value has to be 0.41. So we can see we have got the volume of coarse aggregate, that is fraction volume, and fraction volume of fine aggregate too. We have already computed how much amount of cement, that is the mass of the cement, to be used to make 1 meter cube of concrete for the design mix of M20 grade. Also, we have computed the corresponding water content also. That water content is also for 1 meter cube of concrete. So what is the volume of concrete for which you have computed the water content as well as cement content? It is 1 meter cube. So now what we need to do, we need to compute the aggregate contents for 1 meter cube of concrete. Now in order to do that, let us compute the volume of cement first. What will be the volume of cement? It will be mass of cement divided by density of cement. So how much cement you are using for making 1 meter cube of concrete? You are using 346 kg of cement for making 1 meter cube of concrete for the design example which we are considering. Now density of cement is given as specific gravity of cement into 1000. So how much is the specific gravity? So we can see in step 1 we have the data of specific gravity of cement. So the specific gravity of cement is 3.15 into 1000. So again I'll repeat, density of cement you're getting by multiplying the specific gravity of cement with 1000. So now how much volume of cement is present in 1 meter cube of concrete? This equals to 0.11 meter cube. Next we are going to compute volume of water. So again, for computing volume of water, we need to know how much is the mass of water for making 1 meter of cube of concrete divided by density of water. So the mass of water which
is being used for making M20 mix design is 190 kg divided by density of water. So density of water again you can do by specific gravity into 1000. Now what is the specific gravity of water? It is 1 into 1000. So this gives me the density of water. When I do this computation, how much you get? Volume of water 0.19 meter cube. Okay. So here you can see that in 1 meter cube, volume of cement is 0.11 meter cube, volume of water is occupying 0.19 meter cube. Now, how much is the volume of entrapped air? You remember when we were determining the water content, we estimated the air content also. So that air content estimation depends upon what is the maximum nominal size of the aggregate. The maximum nominal size of the aggregate adopted was 20 mm. So approximately the volume of entrapped air will be 1%. You can see the same thing like what is the approximate air content from table number 3, that for 20 mm nominal maximum size of aggregate, the approximate air content is 1%. So we'll be using volume of entrapped air as what? 1% of 1 meter cube. So this gives me 0.01 meter cube. Now comes what will be the volume of aggregates. Now when I say volume of aggregate, it is comprising coarse aggregate as well as fine aggregate. So volume of cement plus volume of water plus volume of entrapped air plus volume of aggregates will be equal to 1 meter cube. So I will be able to compute what will be the volume of aggregates. This will be nothing but 1 minus volume of cement minus volume of water minus volume of entrapped air. So the total aggregate volume will be 0.69 meter cube. So we have the total volume of aggregate as 0.69 meter cube. Now we need to know what is the volume of coarse aggregate. We have computed the volume fraction of coarse aggregate, which you have computed. It is nothing but volume of coarse aggregate divided by what is the total volume of aggregate, and whatever here you have computed, this is volume of aggregate. So if I have the volume fraction of coarse aggregate, I can compute what is the volume of coarse aggregate for 1 meter cube of concrete. From the previous calculation for fraction volume of coarse aggregate, we have this as 0.59. So can you compute what is the volume of coarse aggregate? It will be 0.59 into volume of total aggregate. So I can write here 0.59 into 0.69. So this gives me the volume of coarse aggregate for 1 meter cube of concrete. This comes out to be 0.407 meter cube. Similarly, what will be the volume of fine aggregate? The fraction volume of fine aggregate is given as volume of fine aggregate divided by the volume of total aggregate. So this we have computed earlier, and this comes out to be 0.41. So what will be volume of fine aggregate? It will be 0.41 into volume of total aggregate. So I can do this 0.41 into 0.69. This comes out to be 0.283 meter cube. If I sum up volume of coarse aggregate plus volume of fine aggregate, it will come 0.69 meter cube. Now you can also test this. If I add total volume of aggregate plus volume of entrapped air plus volume of water plus volume of cement, you are going to get the total volume of concrete as 1 meter cube. Now let us compute the mass of coarse aggregate. What will be the mass? Mass will be the density of coarse aggregate into volume of coarse aggregate. So I need to know the density of coarse aggregate. What will be density of coarse aggregate? It will be specific gravity of coarse aggregate into 1000. Okay. So when we were in step 1, we had gathered the data regarding the specific gravity of coarse aggregate. Let me see here the specific gravity of coarse aggregate as per step 1. This is the required material information which we have gathered. So it is 2.67. As we can see, we note down this data. 2.67 is the specific gravity of coarse aggregate. 2.62 is the specific gravity of fine aggregate. Also, you note down the moisture content in coarse aggregate. It is 1%. Absorption 0.5%. For fine aggregate, the moisture content is 4% and absorption is 1%. We are here to compute mass of coarse aggregate. I said mass of coarse aggregate is density of coarse aggregate into volume of coarse aggregate. How you are going to compute density of coarse aggregate? Specific gravity of coarse aggregate. So what is specific gravity of coarse aggregate? We noted down. It is 2.67 into 1000. This is going to give me density of coarse aggregate into volume of coarse aggregate. We computed volume of coarse aggregate as 0.407. It will be, this is going to be 1086.7 kg. What will be your mass of fine aggregate? Density of fine aggregate into volume of fine aggregate. Density of fine aggregate which we noted, it is 2.62 into 1000. That is specific gravity of fine aggregate into 1000 will give me density of fine aggregate into the volume of fine aggregate. The volume of fine aggregate which we computed is 0.283. We do this computation, we get 741.5 kg. We have to remember that whatever computation we did, it is valid for aggregates in saturated surface dry condition. So when we have aggregates in saturated surface dry condition and you want to know what is the mix proportion for M20 grade concrete, it will be mass of cement is to mass of fine aggregate is to mass of coarse aggregate. The mass of cement which we are using is 346. Mass of fine aggregate we have to use in this mix design is 741.5 and the mass of coarse aggregate is 1086.7. If we divide all the terms by 346, we get 1:2.14 to 3.14. So if you have saturated surface dry aggregate, the mix design proportion will be 1:2.14 to 3.14. It means 1 part cement, 2.14 part fine aggregate and 3.14 part coarse aggregate. What will be your water cement ratio? The water content which you are using is 190 divided by the cement content. Cement content which we are using is 346 kg. This gives me the water cement ratio as 0.55. If I want to know for 1 bag of cement what is the quantity of fine aggregate, coarse aggregate and water to be used, simply multiply 50 to these values. So in 1 bag of cement, what is the mass of the cement? Cement is 50 kg. What will be the mass of fine aggregate which we have to use? Mass of fine aggregate. 2.14 part is your fine aggregate. Multiply 2.14 into 50. This comes out to be 107 kg. What will be your mass of as per the design proportion to 3.14. Multiply 3.14 into 50. This gives me 157 kg. What will be the mass of water? So it will be 0.55 into 50. This comes out to be 27.5 kg or liter of water. So here you see, if I want to make M20 grade concrete as per the design calculation for 1 bag of cement, what is the mass of fine aggregate you should use? 107 kg. Mass of coarse aggregate, it should be 157 kg, and mass of water to be used is 27.5 kg or liter. Now there is one more step, that is adjustment for moisture in the aggregate. As we know, the aggregate is having surface moisture as well as absorption. Now this has to be adjusted in the fine aggregate, coarse aggregate mass, as well as the water has to be also modified according to the moisture which is being present in the aggregate. Let us see first how you are going to adjust for moisture in the aggregate. Again, I'll repeat the proportions which you have calculated earlier. It is for saturated surface dry condition, but actually the aggregates will not be in saturated surface dry condition at site. So you have to accordingly change the mix proportion. So what should be the weight of fine aggregate? We had noted down the water absorption and surface moisture of fine aggregate. The surface moisture in fine aggregate as per step 1 is 4%. Okay, surface moisture in fine aggregate is 4%. So what will be the weight of fine aggregate? Okay, the weight of fine aggregate has to be 1.04 into the mass of fine aggregate. So the mass of fine aggregate which we have computed for 1 meter cube of concrete is 741.5 kg. So I have to multiply this. Why I have done? Because there is 4% moisture in the fine aggregate. I have to multiply 741.5 with 1.04 in order to ascertain that there is 741.5 kg of fine aggregate. So the weight of fine aggregate will be 771.2 kg. Similarly, weight of coarse aggregate. What was the surface moisture in coarse aggregate? It is 1%. The surface moisture in coarse aggregate is going to increase the weight of the coarse aggregate. So I need to multiply 1.01 with the mass of coarse aggregate which we have computed, that is 1086.7, which is in saturated surface dry condition. 1086.7. So this gives me weight of coarse aggregate as 1097.6 kg. The fine aggregate which you should use, it should be 771.2 kg. Weight of coarse aggregate which you should use, it should be 1097.6 kg. Now we have to know what free water is present in the aggregate. I would like to know what is the amount of water contribution from fine aggregate. So this free water is nothing but surface moisture minus absorption. Surface moisture is 4% for fine aggregate, whereas the absorption in fine aggregate is 1%. So 4 minus 1 divided by 100 into what is the weight of fine aggregate which we are using, is 771.2 kg. So in 771.2 kg, what is the free water present? So again I will repeat what you have done. You are subtracting the surface moisture with the absorption capacity of the fine aggregate, because when I subtract this both, you are going to get the free water which is going to be present in the aggregate. So you have 4 minus 1 divided by 100 into 771.2 kg. This comes out to be 23.14 kg. So in fine aggregate, the free water present is 23.14 kg. Similarly, when we come to coarse aggregate, the surface moisture is 1%, whereas the water absorption is 0.5%. 0.5% divided by 100 into how much is the mass of coarse aggregate, 1097.6 kg. This gives me 5.5 kg. So in coarse aggregate, free water is 5.5 kg. What is the free water in aggregate? So you have to add this both. So this will be 3.14 plus 5.5, it is 28.64 kg. So 28.64 kg of water is already present in fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. So what we need to do, we need to reduce the water to be added to make concrete, because if I add the water which we have computed, that water along with this water is going to increase the water cement ratio, which is going to affect the strength of the concrete if we are not taking care of this free water in aggregate. So how much amount of water has to be added at the batching plant? So as per calculation, we need 190 kg of water. This has to be subtracted with 28.64 kg of free water which is already present in aggregate. So the amount of water which we have to add at the batching plant, it has to be 161.36 kg. So please mark this. When we are making concrete at site, you have fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, not in saturated surface dry condition. It is having some surface moisture as well as adsorption. You need to compute the free water. Once you compute the free water, whatever water was required for saturated surface dry aggregate, that needs to be deducted with the free water which is already available in aggregate. So here you see you are having 161.36 kg as the amount of water which you need to add. So accordingly, what will be the trial batch proportion cement used when we are making the trial batch? When I say trial batch, it means the fine aggregate and coarse aggregate are not in saturated surface dry condition. Please note this. Cement is 346 kg. Now how much fine aggregate you are using, which is not in saturated surface dry condition? You have to use 771.2 kg. How much is the mass of coarse aggregate? You have to use 1097.6. This we had already computed, as you can see, 771.2 and 1097.6 kg. So now the trial batch proportion is, to divide all these values by 346, we get 1 is to 2.23 is to 2.3.1. So the proportion is 1 is to 2.23 is to 3.1. Let me write it. 1 is to 2.23 is to 3.1. If I ask what will be the water cement ratio, now the water which you are adding, divide water is 161.36 kg. So it will be 161.36 divided by cement 0.466. So in batching plant, so if I ask for 1 bag of cement, what will be the amount of water, coarse aggregate and fine aggregate you are going to use? So it could be like this. Mass of cement for 1 bag is 50 kg. What is the mass of fine aggregate? What is the part? How much part is it? 2.23. So do 2.23 into 50. This gives me 111.5 kg. Mass of coarse aggregate. How much part is there? The proportion 3.17. 3.17 into 50. This gives me 158.5 kg. What about water? Water which you need to add is, has to be 0.466 into 23.3 kg. How is it 23.3? So this is the amount of material which you require for 1 bag of cement. I hope this procedure is clear. So please understand what do you mean by trial batch. You are going to make the concrete mix using the proportion which you have computed. You'll make some testing cubes. Those testing cubes are going to be tested at 28 days to ascertain whether you are going to get the target strength or not. If you get the target strength, then you are able to achieve the M20 grade concrete. And in case if target strength is not achieved by this mix proportion, you have to revisit this mix design. Either you have to decrease the water content or increase the cement content. Because we know by decreasing water cement ratio, what happens? You can increase the strength of the concrete.